Okay, welcome guys. It is Tuesday night, August 26th, in preparation for Wednesday, August 27th. Going into extended holiday weekend this weekend, with Monday being off on the 1st, I believe it is. So we're going to jump into the Roy Longstreet's viewpoints of a commodity trader, talking about net power. All right, so we're just going to jump into it. Most traders are aware of the funds deposited in their trading account. Some are aware of the daily changes in equity. A few, too few, know the gross power of their account at the start of each day. Hardly anyone can take the time to calculate net power daily. I have long regarded it as one of the most important tools in successful trading in commodities. I am sure I do not know enough about it. The important thing is to correctly calculate net power daily. Why run the risk of sacrificing freedom by failing to calculate your net power properly? Leave yourself a choice. It is a sorry state when net power gets to a position where it is impossible to make even one change in plans. All right, so now this is where it gets interesting, guys. He's talking about, this is swing traders playing multiple, possible multiple different stocks or different futures and things like that. So he's talking about that kind of net power. But now he gets into how this is applicable to us. Perhaps the most serious problem that arises from the lack of knowledge of net power lies in the area of the mind. I have long regarded loss of self-confidence as the greatest loss to a trader. One can lose money and recover it. Once self-confidence is gone, throw in the towel. If one meets with frustration after frustration because of lack of net power to carry through on plans and aspirations, he eventually gives up. Commodity trading can be fun, or it can be a nightmare. The concept and use of net power can make the difference. All right. The next chapter is too much capital. It takes capital to trade. Some traders do not have enough, while others have too much. Capital is power. So too is knowledge and understanding. The ideal situation is where there is a proper balance between the two. When there is too little, one often tries to do too much with too little and ends up frustrated. When there is too much capital, one is tempted to use it improperly. An illustration is the case from the college boys from Princeton during the Henry Cate episode in Wheat during 1959. They believed and expressed the thought that money is power. The evidence does indicate that they did contribute to the rise in wheat prices during February and March. Their knowledge of wheat did not permit them to get out at the top. Another illustration is the wheat market in 1898, when Joe Leiter tried to carry his corn into June. It collapsed. If one must err in the balance between knowledge and capital, it is probably safer to err on the side of too little capital. Then you can know what St. Paul meant when he said, "When I am weak, I am strong." One often does what one must do. If capital is low, it is necessary to acquire knowledge and understanding. In reality, it does not take much capital if one has knowledge and understanding. There have been and will again be markets where one can multiply his capital by hundredfolds within a year. All right, I think we're going to do one more here because I don't have a whole lot on the chart stuff here tonight, but the moment of truth. The moment of truth is the magic moment when the facts are known that firmly set the course of the market. Most of the time, one must take a position on inadequate and sometimes faulty information. Usually, the market has discounted the important facts before they become known, at least when, let me start that over, guys. I'm sorry. Most of the time, one must take a position on inadequate and sometimes faulty information. Usually, the market has discounted the important facts before they become known, at least when known to most of the amateur traders. For example, one may take a short position in September eggs today in anticipation of a surplus of eggs this fall. The magic moment will not occur until we know that the chicks hatch has been increased. Until we know that these chicks have become pullets and are laying eggs, but by that time the market will probably be lower than it is today. Quite often, the market anticipates something that never happens. You too will often do so if you trade in commodities. We witnessed such an event in corn. Many traders bought corn in the fall in anticipation of large loan entries. This may still happen, but the dominant force has been and may continue to be the large-scale selling of corn by the government. It is important to remember that the magic moment is when the important facts are known to those who can influence market actions rather than the moment when you know them. One must always be alert to get the facts first. It does not follow that the market has always discounted the facts at the moment of truth. There have been instances where the market has made such a serious mistake that much time was required to correct it after the dominant facts were known. Such a case was the Henry Cate attempted squeeze in May wheat in 1959. The market was so much on fire that even after it was known that the wheat was moving into Chicago in volume, a trader could take a position with assurance of a good move downward. Such instances will occur again. So be alert to detect that rare moment of truth when you can put your mind at ease about the situation. All right. I didn't have a whole lot highlighted on that. I actually, you know what, one more chapter. It's super short. That's sorry, I didn't turn the page on the last one. All right, this last chapter will go on silence. Some traders talk too much. They talk too much for their own good. There are very good reasons why one should keep what he knows to himself. One reason is enough. Every time you tell somebody what you know, you sell yourself on its importance. It is possible to hypnotize yourself into believing something simply by repeating it enough times to other people. Talking too much tends to become a problem for many solicitors because the nature of their work. Speech may be silver, but silence is golden. Traders with the golden touch do not talk. All right. We're going to jump into the homework here. But the next thing is the touch. So we'll follow up on that tomorrow night's video. All right. So I wanted to start with the 65,000 tick chart. Keep in mind we have NVIDIA earnings tomorrow night after hours. So that could cause some, as everybody's hoping for, some potential action coming into Thursday. But if you recall, we have these A, B, C, D, kind of a up here, tested this top, failed, and then came up here and made this E leg up. Since then, we've again, this is a 65,000 tick chart. Since then, we're basically kind of, we have this like bracketing area up here. We made this high spike back there. That was that high of 65.0875. But most other price action has been contained right here within the 64.95 to 6,500 zone. So one thing I wanted to watch is this is the first, so this is the high, this is the first lower high, and see if we break out above that lower high and take out this high, move to the upside, or whether we find additional resistance here. So, if I were to bring this box down and discount that one spike high, you can see that we got one touch, two touches here. We've got a number of touches on the bottom here of this zone. This pink dotted horizontal line here, that is at that 64.73 zone that I had back here when I was anticipating that breakdown. So we did find resistance there. We did find, we did break down for a little bit. Now we're back up above that. So it'll be interesting to see if we move back down, back into that 64.73 or below, or if we continue this push up and just continue for the next leg up in the market. So that's basically what I'm watching for tomorrow, is to see if we show weakness coming back down. Ironically, I have tomorrow as another sell day. So today was that bounce off that 50% of the that big push up candle that we had the other day. I am anticipating, or I'm sorry, I have on my notes here that I have tomorrow as another sell day. So we'll see how that plays out, and hopefully I won't chop myself up on that tomorrow like I did today, just making ignorant choices. But hey, that's a good way for me to learn. So, all right, guys, safe trading, happy trading tomorrow. It is Wednesday, So we'll see if we can be there to help each other out and see what we can do to make this happen. All right, we'll talk again tomorrow.